Album and Beer Club.
Hello and welcome to the new episode of Album and Beer Club.
Yeah, and today we are focusing on the album Low by David Bowie.
And that was David Bowie's 11th studio album.
Yeah.
I didn't know he'd done that many.
No.
Anyway, today we're joined by special guest Russ Williams.
Never met him before.
No, neither have I.
Hello.
There he is.
There he is. And he is my brother, but he's a big Bowie fan.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Good. So yeah, we're talking about Low, David Bowie's 11th album. That's quite shocking. I thought it had been his like 6th or something, but 11 seems...
Well, if you think that Hunky Dory was his 4th, and that was back in 71, and this is 77, so...
That is true, yeah. No, I just didn't realise he'd done that many albums already. But there you go.
As a bit of a Bowie fan, Russ, do you think that this period in his career was strong for albums and stuff?
Well, it's an interesting period, I would say. It was strong, and he banged out a lot of stuff.
And what was the album just before this one?
The album before... Was it Station to Station, or was it Young Americans?
I think it was Station to Station.
Right, so yeah. And it's in the late 70s, isn't it? And
it's quite a change.
Because he was banging to his drugs then, wasn't he? Him and Iggy Pop and that. So they buggered off to France, didn't they, to sort their heads out.
Mm.
And then went to Berlin and done more drugs, and then done 3 albums.
Yes.
3 albums.
Yeah, the
Berlin Trilogy.
That's what it's called.
As well as, obviously, Iggy's albums, The Idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they recorded that just before this one in France, before they went to Germany.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was released on RCA Records. It's a big label, isn't it?
Well, it's a big label, but considering how well Bowie was doing, they were still reluctant to release it. What you said about earlier,
Russ, they were furious. They wanted Young Americans too, and Bowie had gone in another direction, and he'd gone and sort of he was embracing there was quite a scene in Berlin at that time, and he embraced that. And RCA just wanted single, and they were reluctant to release it. It was low. It wasn't low.
Well,
it was lowly publicised.
Yeah, it was a low point in his recording career, I think, because side 2 has got no songs on it that are of any note. To put it bluntly.
Yeah, well, we'll have to talk about.
We'll get into that. We're going to start on side 1, and the album kicks off with what's the first song on the album? Speed of Life. That's the fella. Yeah, it kicks off quite well. It's quite upbeat, the first side. I quite like it.
The Speed of Life is just an instrumental which reflects the second half.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like Bowie does that a lot. He starts with
foreshadowing, they call it.
Yeah, foreshadowing. He starts with instrumental. If you listen to a few later albums, 2000 plus, he starts with an instrumental, does a whole load of bangers, and then fades back out with an instrumental. Like it's a bookending.
Yeah, I know, but a whole... Well, anyway, we're getting to
a whole
the half. Yeah, we're getting to that half in a
little
minute.
bit dramatic.
Yeah, so, it starts off quite nice, nice beats to it, but the second song, Breaking Glass, is this the one which reminds me of Red Hot Chili Peppers' bass line in it?
Yes.
It sounds like Get Up and Jump, that... it's got real cool sort of funk bass.
Funny enough, the drum sounds early Chili Peppers.
Yeah, well, I really thought this sounds quite Chili Peppers.
When it was like
snare.
higher ground kind of stuff. Yeah, it's got not like now where it's massively mic'd up.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, Breaking Glass, I think that's a great song. And
like you say, it's got the punk influence with the drums.
Yeah,
it
definitely.
has.
It's a lovely sound to it.
Quite raw.
Yeah, with the drums, the drummer on Low is Dennis Davis, and he's drummed for Stevie Wonder, Iggy Pop, because obviously there's a link there.
Yeah.
And he done 7 consecutive albums from Young Americans in 75 to Scary Monsters in 80. So he's a real big part of his band, which I didn't know about at all, actually.
I've not heard of him, actually, to be fair.
It's great drum sound. Really good.
Really good. And talking about the bass, the fella that plays bass throughout this is a guy called George Murray, who I think's fantastic, and I've never heard of him either. No. But his bass sound and that is amazing.
The bass in this album is excellent.
It is, the sound of it's great.
On the first half, at least.
Yeah, and we should say who produced in that as well, actually. I think it's produced by Bowie and Brian Eno, is it? Is it them two that produced the album?
And the other fella.
And
Tony Visconti.
Yes.
Sorry, it's David Bowie, Tony Visconti. Brian Eno played synthesizers and keyboards. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. So no, it's actually, it starts off really upbeat and pretty cool, similar to his earliest stuff. The albums just before this. It goes into What in the World. That's another quite sort of. That's the one we were saying is a little bit. Sort of, what do you call it, the Spandau Ballet era, the New Romantics,
yeah.
which obviously inspired the New Romantic.
I think the early part of this album, not so much the second part,
No.
inspired the early 80s New Romantics on the end of the punk era.
Yeah.
It was that phase, and a lot of the keyboard and the pace is very like a New Romantic stuff you get in the early 80s. Adam and the Ants, Spandau Ballet, Duran Duran, blah, blah, etc.
Yeah, definitely. After that is probably, I think it's your favourite song, isn't it, Rick?
Yeah, it's my favourite.
Don't you wonder
Ever.
sometimes?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. That is obviously Sound and Vision, which is probably one of Bowie's best songs, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, it's my favourite one.
It's so good. And you said how sort of strange it is, the way he doesn't come in singing until about a minute and a half.
I love
or
it.
2
It's
minutes.
almost as if when they were mixing it, they accidentally leant on his vocal and sort of muted it until halfway through, and then because the backing vocals come in and it's
They do.
thinking what's going on here. And
All
it's,
of the
yeah.
it all comes in before Bowie does. It's all happening.
how he comes in with like a really low, don't you? That's perfect.
It is great.
Yeah.
Doesn't he come back in with true, let you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great because the first line
Sounds
he starts
amazing.
off low, finishes off in a higher
Yeah.
octave. The second line he starts higher octave, finishes in a low octave.
Yeah.
It's so clever. All these little nuances he does in his vocals, people might not realise, but when you look into it and listen to it properly, it's really clever. Really good album. Really good song, I should say. Yeah.
Yeah, great song.
Yeah, and I mean, he doesn't. You think, okay, so his vocals come in, and this is going to go on for quite a bit longer, but doesn't it? Just stops. It's pretty much right. No, it's a couple of minutes long. It doesn't matter that I've come in halfway through.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
then
way it's going to be.
And then the song ends.
But the beautiful thing is, it's so strong instrumentally as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Oh, there's,
yeah.
there's
with the-
so many good little riffs in it, isn't there?
Yeah.
By every instrument, everything's doing
You
something
find
catchy.
yourself dancing in the first 10 seconds to that tune.
Oh, it comes on the jukebox and you just say, "Oh, this is awesome," and it just builds up, and then Bowie comes in. It's absolutely classic. There's nothing else you can call that. It's a bit of a classic. I can't remember what was crashing in the same car. I can't quite remember how that one goes.
You're probably in hospital then.
Does that help?
That could be most Bowie songs, really. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, basically, it's always crashing the same car. It's really good. I thought that was a single actually.
I think it was.
The ones
Was it?
that we've had a look at listed in UK. I mean, it could have been a single somewhere else, but in
Yeah.
the UK it's "Be My Wife," which got to number 57, and "Sound and Vision" that got to number 3 in the UK. But I think "Always Crashing the Same Car" for me it would have been more of an obvious choice. That's my second favourite song on the album actually. It's quite rare to have 7 tracks on the first side.
That's what's saying to Russ. The first side has got 7 songs, and then the second side's got 4 songs.
But the 4 songs are basically just
They're-
one song that blends into
Yeah.
another.
It turns into like an epic soundscape, doesn't it?
There's literally
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean...
minimal vocal.
Yeah, we were saying it's like, right, thanks Brian for helping me out on side 1, you can have side 2, we're off to the pub kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's-
pretty much.
It's like, just a bit of synth. And,
It even says on the record sleeve, doesn't it? The drums were pre-recorded by Bowie. And, he
couldn't afford the band.
then he left the building.
Yeah, the second half, there's only one song with percussion on it, and it's pre-arranged by David Bowie on some synthesizer. So the drummer must have gone home,
Yep.
and David Bowie just sat there on his own, freaking out with Brian Eno on the synth.
Or Iggy. He probably went to the pub with Iggy Pop, and he was like, "Come on, Iggy, let's go to the pub with Ziggy. We can have a ciggy and a couple of
And then-
Do
beers.
you think that's how he talks? Everything
Yeah.
just rhymes.
My name's David Bowie."
No, he doesn't make it rhyme.
It did with Ziggy, Ziggy
right, yeah.
Bowie. Yeah, I'm not turning into Popeye again.
Yeah, so yeah. Like
What do you think about the promotion of the?
Well, it wasn't promoted by RCA or Bowie himself. Apparently, he kind of buggered off and started doing something else because they delayed it for 3 months because they weren't really that keen on what he'd recorded. So yeah, it's odd, isn't it? Very odd. But it's still got to number 2 in the UK charts.
There was a huge clash with him and RCA, the record company, and his former manager, I think, was trying to claim royalties and tried to stop the release.
And he was coming off of drugs and everything. That's why he went away to France and then to Berlin to try and.
Well, he went to France to come off the drugs and went to Berlin to get some more.
To get back on them. Right, So it's probably a bit of a disruptive time in his career, I'd imagine.
Yeah. He didn't even promote the album.
No.
He just went on tour with Iggy Pop playing keyboards, and then it done well.
That's right. That's what he buggered off and done after. Yeah.
And then record labels, like they do, were like, "Oh, we'll make some money now. We'll release The Idiot."
Yeah.
And well, it went from there. Really, he probably turned it into a trilogy after that.
And I think the reason, because he didn't promote it, if you look at the album sleeve front cover, they've just used a still from The Man That Fell to Earth, which is a film Bowie was in that year.
You're
adapted it a little bit, changed the background.
Yeah, a bit of
and he wasn't even there to do a proper
proper press shoot or anything like that for the album. It's just like you say, a still from a movie with a filter jacked on it.
And I think RCA just thought, well, we can kind of link that to the film because the film was reasonably popular, just to bump up some.
Yeah, well, they would, wouldn't they? I mean, if any.
But with no promotion or anything, it's still got to number 2 in the UK and number 11 in the US, so it's nowhere near a flop.
No. Then, if you can have Sound and Vision as like a lead single, you're gonna. I mean, how many people bought that and then put side 2 on and went,
hang on a minute, side 2's just a Casio playthrough.
Yeah,
it is a little bit. Yeah, it's like one of those demo little ones you go. The last song, the first half, is probably what he's thinking when this album come out to start a new career in a new town.
Yeah.
So, he's thinking, "Cool, who knows what's going on here." I would have been a bit worried if I'd have. Well, obviously he believed in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Second half's fine. It's not offensive. Listen to it, you put it on, but you wouldn't really ever choose. You wouldn't go, "Oh, I'm just going to put side 2 Low on." You just wouldn't.
I'm just going to whack a bit of Low side 2 on.
Yeah.
No.
But side 1's so strong. Cheers, mate.
It is. It's such a.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Polarising album. Yeah. The first half is so different.
What were you saying, Rich, earlier?
I think we sort of come up with an idea for it. So the album's called Low, and we realised that side A is so upbeat and it's got everything going on really, and then side B is just completely
low
down. So we sort of thought that he's referencing drugs.
Yeah.
So he's on drugs side A.
It's the high and the come down.
Good shouts. Yeah. That
and
makes sense.
I mean, that must be something along the lines because you wouldn't do the track listing like that otherwise.
No, and especially with albums like we were saying. Normally with an album, you'd have a big hit at the beginning of side 1 and a big strong one at the beginning of side 2.
Yeah, this starts off with Warsaw.
Yeah.
Which is just Bowie and Eno, and you got Bowie singing like chanty, like in the background, kind of like a monk. I'm not even sure he's singing in English, is he? I'm not quite sure what he's saying.
I don't think
he has done that through his career though.
Yeah.
If you look at Black Star and
True, I love Black Star actually. You got to be in the right mood for it.
Yeah, depressed.
Yeah.
Well, he was probably listening to a bit of this.
He's on his way out, wasn't he? But the one on the second side, after our decade, which it doesn't really stand out. There's one called Weeping Wall, which is all Bowie. He just plays everything on it.
I mean, but it's early days with synths as well, and it sounds like he's just having a bit of a play. Really.
Well, yeah, it's just him on a piano, guitar,
with the keyboard,
vocals, synthetic strings, xylophones. It's just Bowie just humming away and making this sort of soundscape. But yeah, it's pretty good.
I think if it was any other artist, I'd go, that is absolute crap.
Yeah.
But
he does sound like he's just given up on the second half, doesn't he? He's
it does.
Because, I mean, he's probably got another project on mind. He changes so quick through ideas and projects.
And without the backing, with the company probably heard some demos he was doing and probably weren't giving him like any sort of enthusiasm or anything that it sort of ended up. The second half sounds like a film soundtrack, like a film score. I should say. You know.
But I mean, he had a lot going on. Him and Iggy Pop must have been just hanging around. They done a couple of Iggy Pop's album, and then there was a few more Bowie ones. So I mean, like you said, there's so much going on. He's probably thinking, you know, it works as it is. That's that project done.
Yeah, he kind of went 7 songs. Right, you know, get on the keyboard. I'm writing another album.
Yeah.
No,
that's it. Yeah, fair one. He probably got off onto, you know, I'm thinking about something else now. Right now, we need to go into Beer of the Week. Beer of the Week.
Oh.
And this week, seeing as we're doing Bowie and the first album in the Berlin trilogy, we have gone through a German beer.
Yeah.
And it is called Erdinger Weissbier.
I haven't got my glasses.
That was well said, Dan.
Can't read.
I think that's how it's actually pronounced.
So
my wife grew up in Germany, so I know how to pronounce certain things. But I probably got it all wrong.
You hope so. Anyway, she'd tell you otherwise, wouldn't she?
Yeah. Well, it's with fine yeast,
Yeah.
wheat beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's a lot of it's in German, which isn't very helpful for us. But yeah, it's nice. It's I think it's about 5.3%.
I was looking
isn't
for
it?
the percentage.
5.3%.
So it was first brewed in 1886.
Yeah, alcohol 5.3%, and it's actually really nice.
Is that a taste?
I like it. Yeah, it's alright. What would you give it out of 10? I'm going to give it a 9.
Yay!
Oh yes,
like
classic.
Oh my god!
It is. Yeah, no, it's really nice actually. Erdinger Weissbier. Yeah, really good. Russ gives it a 9. I'm going to give it a 10.
10?
10. I'm trying to say 10 in German, but 10.
I'll just...
I like it.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know, I've added an extra.
Well,
yeah, that's good.
You sound like a double agent or something.
I am. Oh, shouldn't say that on air.
No. Just as well we ain't got listeners.
No, that's true.
Russ might find out.
Oh, do we? You never know who's listening. That's the problem.
Walls have ears.
I think we do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, so
that is a nice beer.
And it's quite cloudy actually, isn't it?
No, it's nice. I like it. It's okay. It's something different.
And it's not brewed by monks, is it? Normally, yeah.
Probably, because it's from Bavaria, because that's obviously South German. We were looking for one from Berlin. That would have been perfect, but unfortunately, local shops around here are not very well stocked on diverse European beers, so you gotta get what you get.
Not a local corner shop.
No, exactly.
So, anyone been to Berlin?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I went to Tow Convention. I was there for a week. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I went there on a stag do. What about you?
No, I've never been there.
Yeah. What did you do? When was your stag do good? Oh, that's when you... Was that when you got lost in your Lauderhosen? Or was that when you went to the Oktoberfest?
There's a Lauderhosen and a pair of trousers. How can you get lost in a pair of trousers?
Well, he was lost wearing the trousers, I should say. He didn't get lost in the trousers.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
That was quite awkward.
Yeah, it was. You know, I remember you saying you got home somehow without speaking German across the whole country on trains and taxis, and I don't know, with no money. I don't know how you did it.
Yeah, it's about 45-minute train journey away, and then about 20. I don't know. It must have been the Lederhosen and the amount of German beer I had. But yeah,
I went there. You smell like German beer and you're wearing German trousers. So yeah, free ride, man.
No, Berlin was a stag do went on.
Oh, it's good, isn't it, Berlin? You can smoke in pubs there still. It's good.
Yeah, but we don't. You smoke, don't you? Do you smoke?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go there purely to smoke in a pub now.
I tell you what, it's not actually as nice as you remember. Your eyes sting and your hair stinks. You get home and you stink. You have to have a shower before bed. It's not as good as you remember.
Yeah, but that's me every day, mate.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, there you go.
Sorted.
Yes. Anyway, we've kind of touched on the artwork, haven't we? And
like we say,
normally around this time we do talk about the artwork, but we have. It is a still from the man who fell to earth.
Yeah, I personally don't rate it as just because I get the impression that he didn't really have much involvement in it, because a lot of the covers are really good.
Yeah, I think after he recorded it and the record company didn't quite like it that much, I think he probably just abandoned it a bit.
On.
Yeah, well, like you say, the company didn't promote it, he didn't promote it, so I think he just moved on and they just slapped a cover on it and put it out.
Well, this cover actually is adjusted. It's a still from the film, The Man Who Fell to Earth, but the
background.
Someone he went to school with was
right.
a good friend of his.
Yeah.
Done the background, arguably quite badly.
Yeah, but that kind of gives it like a, sort of an old school look to it. It's quite a bad sort of photo shop.
Yeah, the colours are alright, but
it's quite a striking image though, isn't it? He has got a decent profile with his nose and his hair colour in the background. It does look pretty good. I quite like it, to be fair.
I like the back cover and the colour and the
even
small
on
print.
the copy that I've got on vinyl, the track listing's just a sticker.
Is it?
Yeah,
it's just stuck on.
The whole thing's a bit lazy, to be honest.
They really didn't care about this one, did they? But it's.
Well, I think Bowie had gave up and RCA gave up and.
But it is considered quite a Bowie classic these days.
Yeah, absolutely it is. I mean, I don't know if it's because of it's on the coattails of Young Americans and Station to Station, etc.
You mean the coattails?
What did I say?
Coattails.
Yeah, that's a better word.
What did I say? Cowtoes?
Something like that.
Camel toes.
What's he talking about cows for?
Coattail.
The coattails of what?
Camel toe.
Oh God, no.
It was on the coattails of Young Americans and Station to Station, and they were huge hits. And RCA were having none of it. I mean, a manager tried to stop it as well, and I think Bowie got so frustrated he just moved on.
Yeah.
And what was the one after this? It was
Heroes,
wasn't it?
Which is a great album to review.
And the covers, I love the covers.
An album, that is a good album. So he obviously
Heroes?
he's moved on to that one, and he already before this was even now.
Heroes, he was voguing before Madonna on that.
Well, that kind of wraps that up, doesn't it? Bit of voguing. So, thanks for listening, and thanks Russ for coming in.
You're welcome. I'd love to come back again. It was a great.
Yeah, it's been fun. Right. Cheers, like and subscribe.
See ya.
Bye.
Album and Beer Club.